How are we game planning against Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense? And we got to talk about Trey Lance after that too.
Yeah, for Jimmy, I think you've just got to play that base defense. You really have to try to stop the run and force Jimmy to throw the ball. I think that you want those linebackers to be back in coverage for the simple fact that Jimmy tends to not see them and throw them the ball. And so you definitely, in my opinion, you want to be solid on defense, more of a conservative approach, rushing with four, staying back in coverage, playing the run to the pass. I think that, to me, that's the way to try and shut down this 49ers offense. I don't expect the 49ers offense to look all that cohesive to begin with. So I'm not so sure that this is the tougher task. I think the tougher task for Detroit will be on the other side of the ball.
Okay. I would love to game plan against Jimmy Garoppolo. But first off, the first thing you got to handle is the run game. And I think
Yes.
the best thing people have done with the run game against the Niners is what Miami did last year. I think what you want to do is play a specific front. I don't know if the Lions have it in them, but I think what you want to do is have a nose tackle right across from the center, two defensive tackles right across from the guards. So you want to have that close right at the middle, and then you want to set the edges on the outside. You're kind of encouraging them to take that to run off tackle, because what the Niners want to do is they want to run outside zone. You're going to shut that down by setting the edge, and they want to run inside zone, which is usually off a double team between a center and a guard. So you can't double team if there's three guys, if it's 3-on-3. What that kind of opens up is like, power counter, that kind of stuff. But to get that going, the Niners would really have to have Brunskill and Tomlinson pulling and running, and that's not really what they're great at. So that's one way teams have had success shutting down the Niners run game, although you don't know what the run game is going to look like this year with Trey Lance when he comes out. We're going to talk about him in a minute, but let's talk about Jimmy. So you got to stop the run. You got to do that. And then, or you got to do something to stop the run.
You have to stop
that's
the
the
run.
number one thing you got to do.
If you can't stop the run, it's
you're screwed.
over.
It's so over. So let's say you can do that. They do. Trey Flowers, a really good edge setter. They have Jamie Collins, a good linebacker. They might be able to do it. What coverages do you call? Well, I think you can call a lot of man coverage against Jimmy because he's not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about a spy. So you do man coverage on the outside. Tell him take away the slants, the digs,
take away the short stuff.
Force him to go up the field, and then I would play only a single safety. I mean, I want Jimmy to throw the ball up the sideline, and I'm not worried about, well, I need a safety over there helping up. Like, let's see Jimmy hit that. So I'm encouraging Jimmy to throw low percentage passes up the sideline. And so what do you do? Single high with man coverage underneath. What do you do with that other safety? Do you have him blitz? You could sometimes, but what I would do is just double kittle, man coverage on the outside, single high, and let's just watch Jimmy Garoppolo freeze. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? You can't go to Kittle. You're gonna check it down every single time, probably. That's what I would do to Jimmy Garoppolo. That's why they drafted Trey Lance, because it's that easy. I'm not saying is that straightforward. It's that cut and dry.
That's a great recipe for giving Jimmy fits, to really giving him a headache, because you're forcing him out of his comfort zone, out of the things that he does so well, forcing him into the things that are his weaknesses in trying to push the ball down the field, get it out to the outside the hashes. Mm-hmm. Now, what happens as soon as Kyle says, all right, great, you're doing this to stop Jimmy, now I'm going to throw Trey in.
See, how are you going to alternate? That changes everything. So like on 3rd and 7, if Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback, you can do what I just said. Cover one, man coverage, single high with a lock, two guys on Kittle, good luck.
Double Kittle.
Yeah, but if Lance is the quarterback, you can't call man coverage on 3rd down. He'll just run for the 1st down. It'll be easy. It'll be so freaking easy. He'll just, okay. I mean, Kaepernick used to do it all the time. You can't call man. So that's just out. And now you got to like do different zone coverages. And so now you got Kittle running free, Ayuk running free. And, you still have to worry about Lance running. Now the Niners have to worry about Lance throwing the ball out of the stadium or, stuff like that. But as a coordinator, you have so many fewer options when Lance is on the field. You have to, if you do call man coverage, you got to have a spy. And that's not just assigning a spy. It's like, well, who can run with him? Who do we got? Which linebacker, which safety do we got that can run him down and tackle him? And if we don't have one, then I can't call man coverage. Or what do? Do you just say, like, actually, we're gonna blitz, and we're gonna blitz just to keep him in the pocket, not even to really get him, but sometimes some people feel the best way to corral a mobile quarterback is to rush 5, because that way there's not like that. If you rush 4, there's always one way to get out. There's always one gap to get out. So those are the questions you're thinking. And now really what happens is when Jimmy's the quarterback, you're on the attack. It's like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. When Trey's the quarterback, you're on the defensive. You're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I have to do this. Like, these are my options. We're not really going to trick him. So let's just hope that he messes up or our guys are better than their guys on this particular route. That's why I like Trey. That's why I like Trey.
It seems like a clear advantage for the 49ers against the defense as soon as you put Trey in there. It definitely feels easier to drop a game plan against Jimmy Garoppolo.
It is.
Than against Trey Lance.
Also because Jimmy's started 35 games or whatever. Trey hasn't played at all. He's got this unknown factor.
Yeah, you don't know.
If Trey's just going to go out there and hit all of his receivers in the face and no one can catch his balls, then great. That's the defensive game plan. Let Trey self-destruct. So it works in theory. We just have to – I think it would work in practice too. He just would need to settle down, but I don't think they're really going to give him that opportunity. This is a team that is feeling some heavy 2019 vibes. And they want Jimmy Garoppolo to be able to get into a rhythm and settle down and be given a real chance. So that's where they're at. It's a very interesting psychology, and I don't agree with it. But I'm not the one catching the vibes. They have the vibes, and who am I to say that those vibes don't exist?
You're not there to feel the command that Jimmy has of that huddle.
2 days ago, Devo comes out, and someone says, so, like, is Jimmy playing better this year? He goes, oh, yeah, absolutely. It's real. It came back, and it's obvious. And they're like, well, what is it? He goes, oh, he's got a lot more oomph. He really said that. He's got a lot more oomph in the huddle. I feel like, I can't, but I almost would feel like bringing like a bottle of vodka to these press conferences. And anytime someone says oomph, command, or 2019 vibes, going, oh, God. Like, again? Oomph? Drink. I'll just bring apple juice or something. Convey the same message.
Yes.
Oomph.